Hiya, my name is Roslyn and I'm a first time mum and I've started making some videos on YouTube just to, connect with other mums, try and cut through some of the noise of what babies need and all the extras. And yeah, I initially started off making these videos because my friends all helped me pull together a list of what does a baby need, what do I need to go buy at the shops. And I found it so useful and so helpful, and I just thought I need to share this because it just helped me so much. Because when you go online and you start Googling, what does a baby need? The list of things you would get is wild. So that's where I started, and I did say, I think at the time, I'll post a video where I do, anything that was worth it, not worth it, what have I used, and I'm going to do that just now. So I thought, I had a wee bit of time last night and I sort of brainstormed what have I really enjoyed using, what have I not, and I thought we'll go through it just now. So in terms of playmats, I'm kind of going to do what was worth it, what isn't. We initially bought like a floor playmat off of Amazon, and it wasn't very cheap if I remember right, but I did find it wasn't very useful for very long. I felt like as soon as she got slightly bigger and we started using it, the toys were too in her face, the mat wasn't great size for her when she started moving. It just felt like it just didn't do what we needed it to do. And then I sort of upgraded and got the Fisher-Price piano mat, and that's been fantastic. My friends have I don't know why I didn't get it sooner, and it's been fantastic. I think it also has like 3 different modes that you can have it in for them as they grow up. So it's like going to grow with her, which is fantastic. So get a bit more money out of it, a bit more use out of it. And it's also in sale just now, I think, in Argos and Smiths, a bunch of places. Because I was looking at maybe buying it for a friend. So yeah, definitely recommend the piano playmat from Fisher-Price. It's been fantastic. She loves it. And now that she's started to learn how to like use her pointer finger, she's now learning how to use the buttons herself, which is dangerous because she can put the volume all the way up, which I don't know if she knew it went, but now she does. So it's definitely been great. I'd say that playmat's been fab. Apart from that, so what else have I... One other thing that we bought that we use literally daily, and it's fantastic, it was recommended by friends, it's the Mamas and Papas activity chair. And we've got the one where you can spin a bit at the bottom and the feet come out, so it's really stable. You can use it as a high chair, you can use it as a high chair when you're out and about because it's got straps that go underneath normal chairs. All in all, 10 out of 10. Wish more people knew about it, because we actually use that sometimes rather than using our high chair. It's so handy. We've taken it with us when we've went places because sometimes it's just not practical, like to take a floor mat and play things, because we were in a place where there wasn't one, room for that, and 2, there was like 20 people running about, and it just wasn't safe for her to be wrecking about on the floor. So having that little seat where she's happy, she's strapped in, she's got her toys, it's been a godsend. So it also allows us to get dinner most of the time, and keep her entertained as well, and she can watch us up on the table, so it's been fantastic. So yeah, that wee sort of baby chair, activity chair, it's fab, highly recommend. What else would I say? I've got a wee list here, I'm just having a recce. I bought little trolleys. I thought, I'll use these with all the nappy stuff in and all that. See, if I'm honest, the trolley ended up a dumping ground for stuff I wasn't using, and I just went through it and then gave the trolley. My husband's now got it in his wee log cabin at the back. It just wasn't useful. The nappy caddies, that is what we've been using. We've got one upstairs, one downstairs. It's got everything we need in it. Does the job. And one thing I might actually do is I saw someone put a nappy caddy out in their car, and it had like everything they would need in it. And it meant when they were going in and out of places, they could just take a smaller bag and just take out like a nappy, this, that, and just rather than I've got like a giant pram bag at the moment, which is so excessive. And I just thought, that's quite a good idea, so I might actually do that. One thing that pains me to say is my husband was right. I'll say it here. The nappy bins. We never used them, not once. And yeah, I've actually just recently given them over to my friend. I don't know if she'll use them. She said she would like them, she's more than happy to them because we were going to put them in the bin. The nappy bins were just never used. Yeah, he was right. I'll hold my hands up. Not worth it. To be fair, I don't think they were overly expensive, so it's not the end of the world, but it was still a bit of a waste. Next thing I'd say, we bought loads of cotton wool pads. I think I bought cotton wool pads for like the bag, the going to the hostel. I bought them for the caddy downstairs, the caddy upstairs. I think I bought them all over. And then in reality, we only ever used water wipes for her. We took water wipes to the hospital, we used them, and then we just continued to use water wipes. And yeah, that was us. And in fact, speaking of water wipes, I would say they're my definitely worth it purchase. We have been gifted other ones and we've tried them, and my husband's went and bought the like Aldi or Lidl dupes, and none of them cut it. The water wipes, I'm afraid I'm bougie on this instance. I'm like, the water wipes are so worth it. I know they're expensive, but I tend to buy them on Amazon in bulk and deals. Yeah, please comment below if you have found a wipe that is as good as the water wipes, because I think it would take a lot to convince me. I am totally sold. Team water wipes. We've never had a problem using them. So yes, I'd say out with the cotton wool pads and with the water wipes for us. Next thing I'm going to mention is nursing bras. So I had bought nursing bras from Marks and Spencer's before I went into the hospital, and they fit and it was great and they were comfy. And then like before I'd even left the hospital, they already did not fit me. And I kind of persevered with it, I think, for maybe the first few weeks postpartum or something. Like it probably was longer than that, if I'm honest. And I was just hanging out of them. They were not containing anything. And I wish I'd just like preemptively bought bigger sizes, because realistically, like when your milk comes in, your boobs will get bigger. But I just hadn't factored that in. I just bought ones that fit me, thought were good. So yes, I would say if you are buying nursing bras pre-going into the hospital, just be aware, maybe get some bigger sizes. I don't know if that's the same across the board. Like I was quite big anyway to start with, and then like they just got stupid big. So I mean, to put it in perspective, I think I'm an extra large in the Marks and Spencer's crop top nursing bras, and I don't think they go bigger. So it's that was a bit of a curve. And if anyone's got any recommendations on nursing bras, please comment them below, because I would love one that is more like, not structured, but I just want one that I can wear that will look a bit better under clothes. For the most part, I'm wearing like baggy jumpers and stuff, so it's not been a big problem, but I'd like to start wearing some nicer things. So any recommendations, please put them down below, and if I get them and they work, I will share them. And yeah, thank you in advance. Yes, what else? I would say I got the Haka. I don't think I've used it that often. Baby's just moving. But yeah, I mean, it's worth having in the house. I don't think it was overly expensive, but not been the biggest, benefit for me. So what else? We have thousands of bibs in the house, and she will not wear a bib. So I'd say that's not worth it for us. I think we were gifted them, if we're honest, for the majority. So yeah, I would say maybe if you're thinking of presents for other people, maybe don't put the bibs in. I'm sure everyone else has got them though. Oh, I think that's my baby awake. Okay, so my baby is up and I'm going to try multitasking. We'll see if we can get her fed, not get me blocked from YouTube, and finish off my little list. So, in terms of what else I found was like super worth it, I think the travel cot we are now using, not just for like when we're traveling, going places. Yes. We're now using it for her to sleep in our room, because she's outgrown the next to me, and I'm not ready for her to go into her own room yet, because I'm still getting up through the night feeding her, and I can't be bothered going up and down through different rooms. Like, I struggle to get back to sleep anyway once I'm up. So I think for me, the travel cot is just like a great in between for us just now. So I'd say that's going to be worth it, not just for traveling. And apart from that, I think like great things were like the monitor. 10 out of 10. It's been perfect. We use it every day. It's great. And we've got a red light white noise machine. I think it was Tommy Tippy, and it was like 20 quid. When she was little, we used that every single night. We don't really need it now unless she's having a particularly bad night. But for 20 quid, I'm so glad we had it. And even now, like, I wouldn't get rid of it because chances are we might need it every now and again. So that's been definitely worth it. Are you done? Or are you just having a nosy? Hi. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear as well. She sounds a little bunged up just now. And we have had to use this week the snot sucker. I remember before we had the baby, we were like, oh, I can't imagine ever having used that. Sina, we're like, we will do anything for this baby, including sucking her snot. So yeah, before she went for a nap, I used it with a bit of the saline solution just to try and clear her out. And the other thing that's been helpful is the there's like a plug-in that you get for them. I want to say it's like Calpol or Vicks or something, the brand, I can't remember now. But it's great to have them. We had them all on hand before she ever got sick. And it's then meant that we had everything good to go and that she was ready to just, you know, hopefully feel better soon. Yes, so that's what I would say. They were quite helpful. Apart from that, I think the main other thing that I want to mention is two other things, sorry. The little nail care set that I had initially. Are you done? The little nail care set that we had, I was nervous because a lot of people said they weren't very good, but I was nervous to use the clippers. So for me, I was like, I'm just going to try it, and it's been absolutely great. It's been fine. I've got no problems using it and continue to use it. So yes, I think for me that was fine. And the final thing I want to mention is the baby carrier. So we initially used the one that came in the baby box, but I never totally trusted like the head support or anything like that. So I did find that we were looking for like a new option. And then my husband's friends had a Baby Bjorn mini baby carrier and it looked great. So we ended up just buying the same one as them. Oh, hang on, it's all kicking off. The hoover's now going, she's going. Right, I'm trying to get this done. The Baby Bjorn mini carrier, fantastic. She for a while wasn't liking being in the bassinet part of her pram. She only wanted to be in the carrier, and she was too small for the next size up bit of the pram. So you want any more? So yeah, I would say the carrier it's been like the best thing. I've used it so much that when I actually started putting her in the bigger bit of the pram, everyone was like, it's so weird to see her in a pram because we're so used to her in the carrier. She loves it, she loves to be nosy, she loves the attention she gets from the old ladies in the shops. Yeah, great. It's been fantastic. So, I think that's it. I mean, I'm obviously very distracted now because there's 10 other things going on. But yeah, have a wee look at my notes. I think that was most of the stuff I mentioned anyway. So, yeah, I think overall I'm happy with everything I bought. There's nothing that I would be like, well, the nappy bins are the only thing I'd say we never touched, they were not used. But overall, like, we had like a pretty good setup for all the baby stuff. I think one thing that we didn't really have, that we didn't need anyway, was that we didn't have a lot of like toys and stuff. I've only been recently buying stuff like that. So it's just as and when she's shown an interest, we started sort of upping things like that. So, yes. If anyone's got anything that they want, you know, any more detail on, you know, if you want any more recommendations or any more of my thoughts on specific items, I'm more than happy to share it. Yeah, and the other thing I was going to say is I don't know whether or not there's like a want for this. I do a lot of baking and I was wanting to maybe start doing some baking videos, but I don't know if that would, I mean, there's so many things on the internet already. Is it wanted? Is it needed? Who knows? I might do it anyway. So yeah, hope you're all well. And yeah, I'm just going to finish off feeding this one and I'm going to then get her some food. I think today is banana, oats and peanut butter. So it sounds good actually. Alright, see you later. Bye.